In this video, we are going to be evaluating expressions. This is the notes page, WS-1021. Let's begin. So when we evaluate expressions, that means we are substituting a variable in to an algebraic expression, and that does change our order of operations somewhat. I'm going to go over two different ways to go about this. The first way on this page, and then starting with question number 5, a way I actually prefer. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to replace, when we look at these expressions, we want to treat the ones with the variables particularly as if they have brackets around them. So before we apply order of operations and start doing other stuff to them, we have to make sure we deal with the term with the variable, like simplify it down to a single number first. So let's take a look at number 1. 5x is going to be substituted with 2, so 2 to the second power, and notice I put parentheses around it because 5x means 5 times x, and parentheses is one way of showing multiplication. So 5 times 2 square minus 6 times 2 plus 9. Now, before I start thinking about anything else, I can actually, or I want to pretend, or I want to imagine these have brackets around them, these terms with variables around them. So I'm going to deal with them both at the same time. I can say, well, over here I have 5 times 2 to the second, and exponents beat multiplication, so we do the exponents first. This turns into 4. Over here, we can deal with this expression, or sorry, this term at the same time, and 2 times 6 is just 12. Bring down the 5, the minus, the plus, the 9. Over here, I have 5 times 4, which is 20. Bring down the minus, the 12, the plus, the 9, and then order of operations, 20 minus 12, that equals 8. Bring down the plus, the 9, and that equals 17. I know I kind of flew through that, but hopefully as I go through the next example, it'll make you'll be more comfortable with it. So 8x minus 7y minus 5. So 8, these two terms have variables with them, so I want to kind of treat them as if they have brackets around them. So 8x, so 8 times 9, minus 7, 7 times 8, because y equals 8, minus 5. Now, put brackets around these two because we want to deal with them first. So because they have these parentheses or brackets around them, we can actually deal with both of them at the same time. 8 times 9 and 7 times 8. So 8 times 9 is 72. 7 times 8 is 56. Bring down everything else, the minus, the 5. Now, we just subtract 72 minus 56. That's 16. Minus 5. That equals 11. You can try number 3 on your own if you'd like, or I will continue working. 3, m is the number 5, so replace m with 5. 3m squared plus 7m, or 5. So I can deal with both of these at the same time. On this side, I have to do the exponents. Over here, I just have multiplication. So 5 squared is 25. Over here, 7 times 5 is 35. So bring down everything else, the 3, the plus, and then multiply this out. That equals 75. Now it's a single term. I don't need to use brackets anymore. 75 plus 35. That equals 110. And number 4, 6x plus 3x squared minus 12. So 6 times 4 plus 3 times 4 squared, or to the second power, minus 12. Let's deal with both of these. I can do this and this at the same time. And remember, over here, I just need to multiply. Over here, I can't multiply until I deal with the exponents because exponents come before multiplication. So that equals 16. Bring down the 3, the plus, the minus, the 12. Bring everything else down. Now, have to deal with this multiplication before I do any addition. So don't do 3 plus 12 or 24 plus 3. Do 3 times 16 first. And also, because they should have a bracket around it because you haven't simplified it to a single term yet. So that equals 48. Now bring everything else down. The plus, the 24, the minus, the 12. So 24 plus 48, that equals 72 minus 12. That is 60. All right, there is another way to kind of work through these problems, and that is to kind of deal with each term singularly. So let's say we have this 20 right here. That's just 20. There's nothing you can do with it. This right here, 2x squared, let's deal with that. Let's simplify it down to a single term. So 2x squared, that's 2x is 3 square. And then you do the exponents first. 3 squared is 9 times 2, and that's 18. When you multiply it, all right, so that's down to a single term. And then we have y over here, which is just 11. And so, yeah, 11 is just 11. So bring everything down, 20, bring down the minus, the plus, all that stuff. So now it's 20 minus 18, which is 2 plus 11, and that equals 13. So that might be an easier way to imagine things. Just kind of work them down to a single term, to a single number, and then you start adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing or whatever you need to do. Let's try that with this one, 7x squared, if x is 3. What would this be? What would this term be? Well, it would be 7 times 3 square. 3 square is 9 times 7, and that is 63. What about this one, 5x? Well, that's just 5 times 3, and that's 15. So yeah, they're both single terms now. Now bring down whatever you need to bring down, which is that minus sign, 63 minus 15. That's 48. I like doing it this way. It's much easier on my head. 2n squared divided by 2n. Well, 2n squared, that's just 2 times 5 square, that's 25 times 2, which is 50. Let's deal with 2n now. That's 2 times 5, which is just 10. Bring down the division. 50 divided by 10 is 5. Let's try number 8, 9x divided by 12y. So 9x is just 9 times 2, which is 18. 12y is just 12 times 3, which is 36. Bring down the division symbol. 18 divided by 36 is 18 over 36, because it's not 2, because 18 is being divided by 36. Now, this can be reduced. You can divide both of them by 2 because they're both even, and you get 9 over 18, and they're both divisible by 9, which means our answer is 1/2. Let's try the last two. We have 9m divided by n plus m. So 9m, let's deal with that first. 9m is just 9 times 4, which is 36. N is just 6. Nice. M is just 4. Also kind of nice. Bring down the divide and the plus. So order of operations, we're going to do division first. 36 divided by 6 is 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. And finally, number 10. Let's deal with that first term. 6x to the third, or 6x cubed. That's 6 times 2 cubed. We do the exponent first. 2 cubed is 8. That's 2 times 2 times 2. Multiply that by 6, and you get 48. Let's do the next one, 3x squared. Let's do 3. 2 square is, that's 4 times 3, which equals 12. And finally, 6 is just 6. So bring down all the symbols, the plus and the division. Sorry, division, then plus. So now 48 divided by 12, that's 4, plus 6 is 10. And that's how you work through these problems. I actually like that second way a lot better. Do whichever way works best with you. Go ahead and try some problems on your own. Good luck.